Et bonjour YouTube et bienvenue dans cette vidéo où je vais vous parler du coup du patch qui arrive. Donc je vais vous diffuser, je vais vous rediffuser la vidéo officielle directement avec les sous-titres. Je rappelle que je ne suis pas affilié au studio d'Inflexion Game. Je n'ai strictement rien à voir avec eux. Je vous fais un petit récap vite fait de ce qu'il y a dans la vidéo pour ceux qui veulent pas se la taper en entière. En gros, dedans, ils vont vous parler d'un event qui va y avoir où vous pourrez ramasser des lucioles, obtenir des essences à échanger à des PNJ. Il y aura 3 nouveaux PNJ avec 3 nouvelles lignes de quête du coup. Ils vont ajouter des caps également par item. Alors les personnages ne seront pas capés, par contre les items eux-mêmes auront des caps. Ils auront des soft caps et des hard caps. Quand vous mettez une même ressource par exemple, il y a un soft cap qui fait que cette ressource donne de moins en moins de stats. Et les items en eux-mêmes aussi auront un hard cap, une valeur qui ne pourra pas être dépassée. Et je pense pour éviter que les items d'avant, s'il en reste, soient trop abusés. Donc voilà, vous aurez ça. Le mode offline, évidemment, hein. D'ailleurs, Bourpif se posait la question de s'il pourrait transférer son perso en offline. Et pour l'instant, ça ne sera pas disponible, mais ils y réfléchissent, ils veulent le faire. Donc ça finira sûrement par arriver. Pareil pour les mods, ils ont expliqué que ils ont rien contre les mods et tout ça, mais il n'y aura pas de Steam Workshop et ils interdisent pas de modder le jeu offline. Parce ils veulent pas mettre de Steam Workshop parce qu'ils veulent pas que ça affecte le mode en ligne. Mais pour le hors ligne, ça les gêne pas. Si vous modez votre jeu hors ligne, ils en ont rien à faire, ça ne les dérange pas. Justement, ils trouvent que c'est très bien. Donc voilà. Je sais pas si j'oublie des choses. Je ne pense pas. Si j'oublie des trucs, je vous les mettrai en commentaire dans la vidéo, en dessous de la vidéo. Allez, on va se regarder ça.
Hey Realm Walkers, welcome back to another developer update video. We've got a lot to cover today as we have a major announcement. We will be debuting a work in progress version of Nightingale's offline mode in the next major update 0.3. But that's not the only thing we're
Ouais, et
adding.
d'ailleurs,
Before we jump into that
le
though,
contenu que vous
let's
avez
begin with a
en
message
offline
from
sera
Inflexion
exactement
Games
le même que
CEO Aaron Flynn.
du hors ligne. Et
Hey, Realm Walkers, Aaron Flynn, CEO at Inflection Games.
vous aurez par contre des stats un peu boostées, je crois, en solo. En solo, je crois qu'ils ont expliqué que vos stats seront un petit peu boostés.
Here to give you the next big update and share news about what's coming for Nightingale. But first, a really big thank you to all of you for spending time in the game and spending time out there in the realms. Your feedback matters a ton to us, and it's been the source of a lot of our inspiration and priorities for our next big update coming here with Nightingale. Last month, we had the 0.2 update, our biggest update yet, and it's been really cool to see all the positive feedback and new ideas that have come since we put that out there. But at Inflection, early access is a marathon and not a sprint, and so we've still been hard at work on the next big updates to come. Which brings me to 0.3 and one of the most requested features yet, offline mode. Now, offline mode was something we always had in mind for the future of the game, but we misjudged how important it was going to be for a lot of our players. Since then, when we got that feedback, the team has been really hard at work, re-engineering things and reconfiguring things so that our game could work without the server dependencies that we'd launched with. It's been a huge effort from the studio, and I want to say a big thanks to all of them for the hard work they've had to do to reconfigure things and make it all work. But we're really excited to have it ready for you to go try. Now, we consider this version of offline mode a version 1, meaning there's still some performance improvements and still a few other things we'll do in the future to make it the best it can be. But we're bringing it out now so you can have choice in how you play Nightingale. Now, Steph's going to have a lot more information about offline mode and the rest of what you can expect in the 0.3 update, so we'll send it over to her. But until that, thank you again so much for all of your support and time in Nightingale. Looking forward to seeing you in the realms.
Offline mode will be debuting with update 0.3. We wanted to share some information on how its first form is going to look like when it comes out in a few days here, as well as how it's going to develop over the coming weeks and months. This has been a highly requested feature since we launched the game, so our team has been working really hard on getting it to you as soon as possible. Players who are waiting for a solo offline mode can now jump in and enjoy Nightingale. This means that the mode contains the same content as the online mode, such as playing minor cards, vaults, the watch, Humbaba, and all of the stuff we've been adding over the last few
Oh,
months.
pardon, il n'y a pas les
You will need
sous-titres.
to create a new
Euh,
character to play
hop.
the offline mode, and this character will not be able to transfer to the online mode later. We are working on the
En
ability
gros,
to
là, vous
transfer
n'avez pas loupé
existing
grand-chose. Il
online
y a le
characters to the
PDG.
offline mode.
Pour ce que vous avez loupé, il y a le PDG, en gros, qui a dit qu'ils avaient travaillé très dur pour vous offrir le mode hors ligne. Et il les remerciait et tout pour leur implication et tout ça, comme quoi ils avaient vraiment bossé très dur. Et là, elle vous expliquait que du coup, le mode hors ligne aurait les mêmes fonctionnalités que le mode en ligne. Alors la montre Mbaba, je sais pas si elle parle de l'heure ou si elle parle du boss Mbaba, mais en gros, vous aurez toutes les mêmes fonctionnalités qu'il y a sur le mode en ligne, quoi.
But that will be coming in a future update. It's an exciting update, and we're sure that you have a lot of questions on how exactly it's going to work. So let's talk through some of the facts. Firstly, you won't be able to use multiplayer features, but because you can't party up with others, we have
Voilà,
adjusted
comme vous
some
pourrez pas
content.
utiliser
This means you'll
les
get the
contenus
same creatures
multijoueurs,
and puzzles, but they have been balanced for a more strictly
ils ont
solo
équilibré du coup
experience.
pour
We know that you're
l'expérience en
probably
solo.
curious about modding. Now, we're not ready to support mods at this time, so that means we will not be opening up a Steam workshop, nor will we be allowing the promotion of
Ouais,
mods
là,
in
elle
our
explique
official
du
channels
coup
such as
qu'elle
Discord. With
elle
that
autorise pas
said, we
la
will not be
promotion de mode
cracking
et tout
down on
ça sur
people who
le
mod
salon
their
officiel
offline
de
version of
Discord.
the game. As we have said in previous updates, we really do
Ouais, c'est ce que
appreciate
je
how
vous
much
expliquais au
value
début du
mods bring
coup.
to games, so it is on our radar. We appreciate all of your patience as we continue to do these updates throughout early access. Another thing of note is that the offline mode will not be available on the Steam Deck. This will come in a future iteration of the mode. So with all of that, offline mode will soon be here. We're really excited to hear your thoughts on it, so please provide us your feedback when it's live.
Hey everyone, we want to give you a heads up that our first community event will be debuting in-game next week. And what's it all about? Let me set the scene for you. Humans are flooding into the realms after the devastation on Earth. Leaving behind their despair, many are hopeful that they'll start a new life in the Feywilds. This has created an abundance of human hope, which has attracted wisps, who have absorbed it and crystallized it into a new type of Fey essence. Starting from next week's
Donc là, il
update
parle
through
de
to the beginning
l'event
of July, you'll be
qu'il
able
va
to
y
find these
avoir.
wisps hidden
Vous pourrez
throughout the
ramasser
realms. Now, rumor has
des
it that
essences sur des
interacting
espèces
with
de
the wisps
lucioles.
drops this new kind of essence, and that you'll be able to exchange it with traders for new wares in the realms. This is our first community event, and it'll be available both online and in our new offline mode. We hope you enjoy it, and we look forward to hearing about your adventures.
Disponible dans les deux
We'll
modes de
have
jeu du coup.
another update overview video for you next week, but until then, here are some things that you can expect in 0.3. As an extension of Craft from Storage, you will have Build from Storage available in 0.3. This means that you'll be able to use resources
Alors,
from
le
your
craft
chests
par le
to
storage,
build those
je pensais
blueprints
qu'il avait
in
déjà mis, mais
nearby
apparemment non,
areas.
ça va arriver dans
Please
ce
note,
même
however,
patch.
that this will be turned
Et,
off by default.
et du coup, il y a une petite notion qui va être très très bien en vrai, c'est que par défaut, les coffres ne pourront pas être utilisés pour craft directement. Faudra cocher un truc pour que vous puissiez crafter à partir de ce coffre. C'est-à-dire que si vous avez des ressources que vous voulez absolument pas perdre, bah vous mettez votre coffre en verrouillé en gros et ça ne piochera pas dedans pour les crafts. Ça c'est vraiment un très très bon truc je trouve.
You'll have to enable it in the storage chests of your choosing. This is to avoid you accidentally using your high-end items to build your house. Some creatures will also come in tiered variants, such as our apexes, the swamp giant.
Ah oui, il y aura des
Jotun,
nouveaux
and
patterns de
bat.
mobs du coup.
These will have unique colors and be a bit tougher to fight, but also provide higher tier drops. We've also added a new bound to the game, the Bound Marksman. Now this is a formidable enemy that can target you from extended distance. We have also updated two minion bound behaviors. The first being the Bound Sunderer, which
Ah, j'avais
will
pas
now
compris que c'était
charge
le
at
joueur
you
qui...
and set
Ils
you
vont
on
rajouter
path.
le tir of elite
And
du coup.
the Bound Caprine will now headbutt you and launch you into the air. With this update, you'll also have 3
Je crois
new
que c'était un mob
NPC
qui
quest
faisait les
lines to
rayons. Hein.
discover. These would be coming from Joan of Arc, Taliesin, and Edgar Allan Poe. And if you decide to create a new character, 0.3, you may notice a couple of new options for you. There are both some new body type presets, as well as some new archetypes that will change the items that you're granted at the beginning of the game. And if you want to change up how your current Realm Walker looks, you'll be able to do so using a new estate item. And here are a couple more things that you can expect to see in 0.3.
Je crois qu'ils vont mettre un objet de domaine et on pourra modifier nos persos du coup. Ouais, lui il va parler des caps. Hein. Là il va vous parler des caps d'objets du coup.
We also want to make sure that players who found unexpected ways to increase their weapon attributes are still rewarded for their ingenuity, but while still maintaining a fair experience for other players they may encounter in the public realms. Attribute caps are applied on attributes on equipment, so characters don't have a sort of global cap, but the items themselves will have the caps. The caps apply to both previously made items and also items that you'll make from here on out. As you increase attributes on an item, you'll encounter two different types of caps, which is the soft cap and the hard cap. Now you may be wondering, what is the difference between the two? So a soft cap is the point at which the benefit you get from adding attributes to an item is reduced. For example, you might try to add an additional 10 max health onto a shirt, only to see that only 5 max health has been added. If an item has reached the soft cap, then you'll see the attribute has become what we call unstable, and there'll be a little orange icon that indicates that. And if you look at the calculation tooltip, you'll see that the instability is reducing the effectiveness of the attribute that you're trying to apply. The hard cap. This is the point when an attribute can't get any higher on an item. For example, you may try to add additional speed to your equipment, but you notice that the speed doesn't increase as you're adding more resources to it. When an item has reached its hard cap, you'll notice in the tooltip that it has a red icon and it says it's at max, so you won't be able to go any further from there. We have set the caps high enough for now that we don't expect players to hit them, but certain attributes, like speed, we've had to be a little bit more aggressive on. As always, let us know what you think, give us your feedback as we continue to refine and iterate on crafting moving forward.
And that's it for today. But keep an eye out on our Discord and our social channels for when 0.3 will be live, as well as for other activities that we have planned throughout the week. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
J'espère que cette vidéo vous aura plu et à très bientôt tout le monde.